Going on, dudes? So we are in action here. So I took a little break, man. It was like so necessary just to have a summer break. And so now I'm back. We got 2 months of the test, dudes. And I'm totally here for you. I'm here to help you get the score that you need. What's 4K bonus, Bob? About to tell you, dude. So this is the bonus page. XXSS. What's up? Oh, Chic, what's up, man? You're on the bonus page, dude. Where are you? You're right here. So, what's up, Nicholas? So, I give out bonus points during the course of the thing, and if you get 200,000 bonus points, I will send you a free Tyler Tudor merchandise T-shirt. Yeah, free, completely free. But you got to get 200K bonus points. Here is the updated rankings. Vixeno with the lead, Arindam right afterwards. And then we have Jay, Hugo, then Sheik's right there with 19K. So people are doing well, man. I mean, Vixeno is super close to getting that free T. So yeah, man, we're just going to be working on like stuff today, and specifically we're going to be going through the source material of the SHSAT. So we're going to be doing this. So if you guys have any specific questions, we're going to start on math today. So if you have any specific questions about any of these, like, let's go into them, because I'm here for you guys for the next hour or so. You get lag. Let me check my Wi-Fi, bro, because I got pretty good Wi-Fi now. Yeah, it should be popping okay. Let me know if like the picture quality is potato or whatever. I can like move the camera closer. All right, dudes. So let's see. The first thing is Bob. I gave you 4 bonus points because Bob was the first homie in the chat. So this is the bonus update sheet. So we all can keep it square because I want it to be fair. You know what I'm saying? So we got Bob, and Bob's already high stepping with 4K bonus points. All right, dude, so let's start looking at this, because if you can master the test that they give to the public, chances are you're going to be able to master the SHSAT when it all comes down to it. So let's go through this, yeah? Can you wipe your lens? Yeah, I can do that. Is it like fuzzy? Ah, is that better or is that worse? Let me see. Oh yeah, look at that. Should be a little bit better there. And let me get a little bit closer. So y'all homies, me first still, yeet. Yeah, dude, you're first. So don't worry, you got the prime time position, dude. All right, how's that, homies? Is that better? I mean, looks kind of potato on my end, but all right, cool, we good. All right, so let's bounce into this really quick. Let me get my stuff organized over here because I'm like just a pile of papers. It's like my life. Hold up. Right. All right, so cool. So the first thing we come across here is some algebra, right? So let me even get this closer for you guys, just so you really can see this. All right. Yeah, and like let me like do a little lean on the tripod. All right, chill. So let's look at this first one. This first one is basically just algebra, right? If x is 9 and y is -7, what's the value of this? Now, what this is testing is not actually algebra. What it's testing is order of operations. So let me give you an example of a similar problem, but probably a more difficult one. Actually, first off, does anyone have the answer for this? This is worth 15K bonus points. First question of the day. Who's got an answer for that? And I'll take your first answer, so don't be guessing a ton of things. Bob's coming in with D. Okay. Anybody else? We got a D here. Anybody else? Jessica Q came in with D as well. Oh, Jessica came in first with D. Very nice. All right, so yeah, let's pound through it. I actually don't know the answer for this one. But what it says is that x is 9 and y is -7, and we need to put it in this equation. Notice how I'm writing out the equation first. This way I won't make any mistakes when I'm subbing. So now I'm going to sub in the x, and I'm going to sub in the y. And notice how I have this -7 in parentheses. That might be something you think about. So now I just need to do order of operations. We have to do inside the parentheses first, and we have subtraction and we have multiplication, so we do that multiplication first. So what is negative 2 minus 14? Negative 2 minus 14, is that going to be positive? Is that going to be positive 14 or is that going to be negative 14? What is it going to be? Which one? This right here. Are we going to get a minus 14 or are we going to get a plus 14? Positive. Yeah, Jessica, you're right on point. Because this negative here times this negative 2 as well actually will equal that positive 14. Now, a lot of people are saying negative, and that makes sense because negative 7 times 2 is negative 14, but then a minus negative 14 will be a plus 14. So however you get to it, you get to it. So now we're going to do inside the parentheses that we have that addition. So 9, and we have 23. What is 9 times 23? Man, I don't know. 23, that's 2, I think. Wait, I'm dumb. That's 7, 20. That's 18, 19, 20. 207. Bang. Dude. Bob, yeah, you're not dumb. Don't say that, dude. Jessica, welcome to the leaderboard. Nice. Good job, dude. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Your brain is still dumb from summer, dude. I totally feel that. I feel like my brain is like fried. All right, so let's look at this next one. This next one's pretty easy if you know your geometry. It's hard if you need to be reminded. Next. All right, this one's gonna be worth 10K. First one to the answer gets the bonus points. Also, I appreciate if you leave a like. Love the fact that you guys are coming out. Jessica came in with E. So Jessica has E. Anybody else? She thinks. She's working fast. Nicholas comes in with 60. So we have 2 answers supporting E. And we got Bob coming in with G, 80 degrees. I think not sure. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure. And we have someone else coming in with E. So a lot of people are leaning towards E here. So let's work at this problem. Let's see how it functions, yeah? So what we're dealing with is a parallelogram. And we're dealing with, I won't get 200K bonus points. Vixeno, dude. You can't give up on yourself. Here, let me remind you. Vixeno, you're at the top, dude. Don't let the haters get you down, Vixeno. What's up, OA45? What's up, Chati? Oh, man, these are old homies from the chat earlier this year. Vixeno, you're on top, dude. Don't give up, man. You're only 73,000 bonus points away from getting free merch, which I haven't made yet, but if anybody wins, I'll make it. All right, so let's take a look at this problem. So what we have here is bang, bang, bang. We have a triangle here, yeah? And the interior, yeah, I'll make a harder version of this. I just want to go over it first. So the interior angles of a triangle need to add up to 180. Right? So this 50 plus this 70 plus this needs to equal 180. So we need to figure out what that is. Minus 50 is 130, and then we minus the 70, and that is 3, 4, 60. So we have 60 in here. And why does that matter? Well, it's because it's a parallelogram. And what are we solving for? QRS, QRS. So I don't know if you guys remember parallel lines or whatever, but these two lines, QS and PS, are parallel, right? And so this is like the concept that they use for this. We have like 2 parallel lines, and if you look, this is a parallelogram inside here, right? So if we find out that this is 60, that means this is going to be 60 and this is going to be 60, and then going over here, this is going to be 60 and this is going to be 60. And why do I go over that? It's because in a parallelogram, if you have one corner, you also have the other corner. So this here is 60 degrees. So what is the measure of QRS? 60, E. Really nice. Who is that, Jessica? Is that Jessica, the first one on the rip? With this one, let's scroll back. Vixeno, that's Jessica. Man, good job, dude. Do that. Jessica's at 25K. All right, so let's do a harder problem, a harder version of that. And like, let's see how it goes. I'm just thinking this up as I go, so if it takes a minute, just hold on. So work is 70 and 130, 180. Dang, that doesn't work. Hold up. There's a problem like this that I remember from the SAT that I'm gonna give you guys. I just gotta remember what it was. It was like hard. Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember now. Something like this. Right. So let's just say this is 70, and this is 30, 100, 80. What is this angle in here? This is worth 25,000 bonus points. Bob the Bop Builder says 30. Anybody else got an answer for this one? Bob the Bop. Jessica's got 32. Anybody else? XXS? Yeah, seems like a lot of people are going down on 30 for there. So we need to remember that if this is 80, that this is 80 right here. That's one piece of the puzzle. And because this line and this line are parallel, well, I mean, first off, we know that this here is 30, right? And it's because this is 70 here, the opposite corner is going to be 70 here. So if this angle adds up to 100, it has to match this angle that adds up to 100. So this here will be 30. Bang. All right, cool. And then I got one more really hard one for you guys after this. That'll be worth a ton. So that was, who was that? Where's my bonus sheet? Damn. Oh, here it is. Nice. So, oh no, that's the old one. Dude, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I was using it for the piece of paper. So Bob, that's another 25K, bro. So you're at 29K. Very nice, bruh. All right, so let's do a really hard one for the people in the back who have been waiting, who have been itching for something difficult. Here we go. Yeah, they are catching up to you, Vixano. You got to get on it, bro. All right. What could be hard for you guys? What could be really hard? Oh, yeah, I got it. I think I do this problem too much, but nah, it's all good. So... All right, so the distance from town A to town B, from town A to town D, and from town A directly to town C is the same distance. What is the degree measurement of angle BAD? And this one is worth 30K bonus points. I gotta figure this out on my own. I don't know the answer. And it is not drawn to scale. I just want you to know that. It is not drawn to scale. What pen is that? This is the G2, bruh. It's a purple G2. All right, so we got one person coming in with 90, Bob coming in with 90, Vixano coming in with 50, Nicholas coming in with 90. Any other answers, man? That's not the answer I got. So keep working, guys. You said 50 for D? Yeah, the angle measurement in here is 50. The angle measurement in here is 40. Okay, we got 60 coming in. We got 75. Got 90. If it helps, if you guys are still stuck, remember that this is a triangle problem at its core. We got 120 coming in. Some good answers, guys. Some good answers. But I still haven't seen the answer yet. So the first one to give me the answer, and then I'll break into the explanation. Remember, it is not drawn to scale. This angle measurement is not reflectant of of really what it is. Anybody else got any guesses on this bad boy? 135. 0845 is having a mental breakdown, which is great. That means you're working hard. 180. Nicole Rodriguez. Nicole, is this your first study session, or have you been here before? 0845 with 220. Yeah, Nicole Rodriguez. Is this your first study session? I'd be interested. 0845 is pretty confident with the 220. No, it's not. Oh, I was asking Nicole because I actually have you on my bonus sheet. So you're actually getting some, you're actually boosting up a little bit. So guys, Nicole is right. The answer was 180. How could it be that, right? I mean, I told you it's not drawn to scale, but the answer in here is 180. How could it be that? Well, the first thing is whenever you're given a diagram like this, I highly recommend that you mark it up as much as possible. So yeah, dude, Nicole, exactly. That's an isosceles triangle. Bob, we're about to bust into it, dude. Check it. So we know that this distance and this distance are the same. So I'm just gonna mark them so my dumb self can remember that. And then the distance from A directly to C is also the same distance. So I'm gonna just draw on a dotted line, as if you got like an ATV and you're just romping, dude. So we know that these three lines are bang, bang, bang. Right? Yeah, draw on your monitor. Yeah, just make sure you use a Sharpie, not dry erase. Dry erase is no good. You got to use Sharpie only on your items. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. So what we have is two triangles, and like Nicole pointed out, we have two isosceles triangles. And the thing with isosceles triangles, they have two equal sides and they have two equal angles. Yeah. So since these sides are equal, see how this angle opens up to a size of 40 degrees? That opening up creates this long side right here. And that means this angle opening up creates this long side right here. And because they create the same side length, they're both the same measurement. So that's 40 degrees in there too, because this 40 degrees creates this side, this 40 degree creates this side. And so because a triangle needs to add up to 180, this in here is 100. Now we can do the same thing for here. The 50 creates this, the 50 creates this, so what does that mean is left? 80 right in here. So what is the entirety of this angle? 180. 100 plus 230. Where'd you get 230 from, Blo? Yeah. All right. So Nicole, dude, really nice. You are popping off. You get a total of, what was that? This is so confusing. Well, what's confusing about it, man? I'm happy to explain. Nicole's got 30K in addition to her 1,000. She's looking at 31,000. Yep. So does anybody still not get this one? Because it's if you can understand isosceles triangles, this one is like totally doable after you get this line. So why aren't both 30? Okay, cool. So let's look at this. So the first major concept in this problem, this is my work trying to do it while you guys were working on it. Yeah, this might be on the SHSAT. I mean, it's so hard to tell. I think they're going to try to make it a little bit easier this year, but maybe not. So this is a isosceles triangle, right? And it's two equal sides and two equal angles. and the angles are located opposite the side that they create, right? So even if the isosceles triangle is like on its side and it's weird, we know that this angle and this angle are going to be equal because they're opposite the sides they create, right? And so in this problem, once we know that this line and this line are equal to each other in this triangle, looking specifically at just this triangle, what it looks like is we have 40 here, this side and this side are equal, which means this angle and this angle are equal, which is why this is 40 in here. Now, all four angles need to equal 180, so that leaves 100 for this angle to be, because I'll have to add up to 180. Does that make sense to any of you cats? Yeah, you know, Nicole, you bring up the ELA. I'm glad you did. We're going to look at some poetry later, so, I mean, you know how that is. All right, dude. So, oh, and you know that and the other triangle? Yeah, the other triangle is the same way, where it's like we have this, and we have to take this triangle independently. So this triangle, oh man, that was really rotten. This triangle right here has a side of, or an angle of 50 and two equal sides. And so two equal angles, that means this has to be 50 in here, leaving 30 right here, which is, oh, no, leaving 80 right here, which is why that's 80 and why it adds up to 180. Yeah. Dude, there's hair on your paper? Ew. It's gone now. All right, so speaking of poetry, we are going to be going into poetry in the second half today. So be on the lookout for that. And do you know that they make the reading comprehension, that was a 30, you know they make the reading comprehension boring on purpose? They make it boring on purpose because they're hoping that people like stop paying attention and like zone out. So it's not all like super interesting stuff for a reason. If they made it super interesting, it'd be like really easy. All right, cool. All right, so let's keep cruising, dude. Let's take some harder problems because I feel like people are like really crushing up on these. I want to give you something that's like difficult. All right, cool. Let's do number 72, and this one will be worth 15K. All right, Vexeno, I'm cheering for you. Chati, 0845, the old school kids, come on, man. Let's do it. 15K right here. And I don't know the answer, so you guys just keep guessing, and I'll put it out. All right, keep working hard, bros. You got it. All right, G. First answer. F, F, F. Okay, so we got F with Vexeno. Nicholas coming in with 23. Bob the Builder, 33, which isn't an answer. Very creative, Bob. Very creative. Yeah, and Nicholas is actually pointing out a very good point here. So I want you guys to remember what he just said. Nicholas said 22.5. And notice that's not an answer choice here, right? Okay, good, Bob. I was getting worried for you, man. Stop using a calculator, man. Okay, cool. So let's look at how this one is done. Do you guys think I should do more of these live streams? Like, would you guys be down to do them more than once a week or whatever? All right, so let's just look at them. So we got 15 dozen eggs for 200 people. And so this is kind of like, you can look at this problem a couple different ways, but I like looking at it as a ratio, right? And so we don't know what X is for 300 people, right? And so the difference between here is I don't want to do this the more complicated way, but the difference between here is 100. So how many eggs do you need for 100 people, right? Well, we know that we need 15 for 200. So if we divide this by 2 and divide this by 2, we get that we actually need 7.5 eggs for 100 people. So we take that initial 15, we add that 7.5, and then we get to that number that was brought up earlier, and I told you guys to remember, is 22.5. Now, if you thought you were done there, then you're thinking that you're maybe a little bit screwed, but you have to remember how many dozen eggs are needed can you have half of an egg? That's kind of what they're saying here. It's like, can you have half of an egg? Well, I guess, but once you crack the egg, it's cracked, you know? And generally you need whole eggs for recipes, so that's why they round this bad boy up to 23. That's what's going on. All right, chill. Or Vixano actually brings up a really good point, and one thing that I was going to say is you can multiply it by 3 over 2, or multiply each of these by 1.5, because you can multiply it up, and that's what you get. You got Bob's got broken eggs, man. Oh, Bob got the broken eggs, man. All right, but yeah, Vixano, very nicely done, dude. I'm gonna pop you into this sheet here. How much was that? 15. And I'll add these into the sheet at the end of the sesh. Wasn't sure for my answer. Yeah, but are you guys curious? Are you guys cool about these problems? Because a lot of times they give ratio problems like this. Like, well, they'll say like, all right, I'm back, dude. Yeah, my phone, I have a new desk. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I have like a new APT now, new apartment. And so I have this really cool new desk, but I like stuck it in the closet. And so now when the lights are all on, it like, I guess overheats my phone. Couldn't handle the math, dude. It just could not handle the math. All right. So yeah, I'm back in action. So a lot of times they'll give you ratio problems like this with like a multiplier that Vixano pointed out with this type of verbology. They'll be like, there are 4. All right, let me focus this. Let me lock the full focus in really quick. Oh, this isn't, man, YouTube's platform sucks. There are 4 oak trees for every 11 pine trees. I think this is like an example from the book. If there are, what's a hard one for you guys? Let's make this 10, because it's not. If there are 36 oak trees, how many pine? And this is for 15K bonus points. So there are 4 oak trees for every 10 pine trees, and there are 36. Dude, you guys are already on it? Oh my god. OA45. Yo, OA45, how many bonus points do you have, dude? What's up, Jagaboy? Yo, OA45, how many bonus points you got? I don't remember. So, so yeah, mans. So the way that this is done is we set up the initial thing, and then we set up what we have, 36, and then we don't know what that is. So you got to ask, how so fast? That is a great question. So 4 times 9 equals 36. So this 10 times 9 is going to equal how many pine trees we have. So really, the answer is 90. Yeah. Just multiply it by 9. It was actually super easy. If you knew that this was times 9, then you know the whole ratio is times 9. Because no matter what, the ratio needs to stay the same. And 36 to 90 reduced is 4 to 10. So that's kind of how they play with these. Let me do like a harder one for you guys. Another one. You're like DJ Khaled, bro. What a dead meme. All right. Oh, wait, no, I got to give the bonus points. Who got that? 0845? Nicely done. All right, another one. All right, so let's do it. Let's say that the it is. Let's make it harder for you dudes. 8 to 14. They wouldn't give it to you like that. They would say 4 to. Let's just say. I don't want to make this too easy for you guys. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 2 to 12. That is the ratio. And if it is, solve for x. And this is worth 20K bonus. 54 already, Jessica with it. Anybody else got an answer? I don't know what the answer is. Also smash that like button. Oh, everybody's coming in on 54. That must be what it is. Anybody else have something different though? Calculator. Wow. everybody's coming in on 54. Yeah, and I recommend not using a calculator, but I mean, because during the test, a lot of kids I work with, dude, have like real problems. All right. Yeah. So exactly. Can we have like a test? Yeah. I mean, you can take my online test, Bob, if you haven't already. I spent a lot of time on it. So 2 times what equals 9? Well, I don't know. So 9 divided by 2 is 3, 4. That'd be 8, 1, bring down the 0, 4.5. So whatever is 4.5, yeah, thank you, OA45 and Pixano. That's perfect. So then 12 times 4.5, that's 10. No way you guys did this without a calculator. 5, 6, then put a 0, 8, 4, 0, 14, 54. Wow, put that decimal place in. 54, really nice, dudes. Who was the first with 54? Was that Jessica? Dude, Jessica, dude, you were getting up there. You're now at 40. No, you're now at 45K, Jessica. Nicely done. Really nice. All right, so people are saying 9 times 6, but I just don't see that. What do you mean 9 times 6? I don't get that. We're gonna take the test, dude. You can take it on my website, tylertutor.com. That's what it is. Make sure to smash that like button. We're about to head into poetry. So does anybody have any other math questions before we move into really lame poetry? Anybody? You make a proportion? What does that mean? Make a proportion? My phone overheating again? Ah, dude, it's overheating. If I go back, I'm blowing on it now. If I go black, it's just because my phone overheated. I don't know why it's overheating. It's having a really hard time today. Cylinder area problems, geometry videos. Dude, I have a ton of geometry videos. And then, yeah, cross multiplying, inequalities. Okay. Geometry videos, inequalities. So let's talk about proportion. But proportion is so similar to ratio. Really, proportion will give you a problem like this, where they'll say there's like one fraction is 4/5, and that equals x over 18. I actually don't know the answer to this. It doesn't come out clean. So it's like, how do you do this? Like, how do you solve this proportion? I'm gonna give you guys 1 bonus point if you solve this. You get 1 bonus point for solving for x. Dude, Jason, what's up, man? Long time no see. All right, I'll do surface area problems right after this. Although they've shied away from cylinder surface area problems. OA45, 14.4? Is that right? That looks like it could be right, dude. So, anybody else have an answer? You get 1 bonus point, so don't forget. It is? Yeah, people feeling good about that? All right, so what you do is you cross multiply. So what you do is 4 times 18 equals 5 times x. You just cross multiply and then put the equal sign in between. So 4 times 18, and I know you guys might have calculators or phones or whatever, but I highly recommend getting used to just doing this by hand because it's really lame and a lot of kids make mistakes. So then we divide each side by 5. So 72 divided by, I gotta give myself some more room. 72 divided by 5, 1, 5, 22, 4, 20, bring down the 2, bring down that 0, 0, 14.4. Dude, that's nice. OA 45. Plus 1 bonus point, dude. Really, really nice. All right, cool. Yeah, that's exactly it, OA 45. Yep, totally. So I'm not going to go into the cylinder surface area because they do not do that anymore. That used to be like on the old test a ton, but I have a feeling it's not going to be. What I have a feeling is going to be on the test is this, dudes. Check it out. God, I forgot how to draw this. Oh, this is so bad. So sorry. That looks like a pyramid, right? Yeah, we're gonna do poetry next, XXSS. So a lot of times what they do is they'll give you a pyramid like this, and they'll say that the combinations. Combinations and permutations are more of just like probability problems, and we'll definitely cover that in the coming weeks for sure. So one thing that they do is they'll give you a problem like this, and so they'll say that the base is 6 of this square, and they'll say that this would be 6, that would be that the height, that this edge of the thing is 10, and so that the face of the triangle looks like this. No, that's just 6, and that's 10. And they want to know what the surface area of this shape is, right? So the way you do this is you have to solve for the height of the triangle to be able to find the surface area of just one of the faces. And this, or actually this would be 5, and this would be 5. So then we break it apart. This would be 3, and that's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle, so that'd be 4. So the area of this large triangle would be 12, and there would be 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. So we do that, and then we get 8, 48, and then we just add the 36 of the square, 14, 84 is the answer. So they'll do that all the time, where they'll give you like a pyramid like that. But yeah, just break it into parts and find the surface area, or just find the area of each part, and then you'll just be flossing all the way to the bank. All right, so you guys asked about it, so we're gonna do poetry. I don't really know how this is gonna work. I haven't done like ELA on this, but I don't know, maybe it'll be tight. Let me find what I'm looking for. All right, chill. All right, so let's just bump into English now that you guys have shown that you're pretty decent otherwise, and put this math away to make it 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's exactly it. That's why I changed the height. Yeah, if it was 10, Bob, I think you'd be pretty close, dude. But I just changed it to make it easier for me, as Nicole pointed out. All right, so let me bust out some poetry. So the key with this poetry stuff is to just, try to not take it too literally. You kind of have to just like relax a little bit on your reading of it. So let's go into it. Niagara Falls. Where are you? Poem. Where are you, poem? No. Ah, here it is. All right. Also, don't remember to leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. You saw Tyler in the packet? Where, man? All right. So here's the poem. They know about me? I wish they did. Where did it work? Am I really in there, or are they just saying my name for a problem? All right. It's raining in Queens. All right. So here's the poem. Just take a second to read it. Take a second to read this poem. Oh, this is the wrong poem. I wanted to give you guys another one. Hold up. Wrong poem. Hold up. I wanted to start with a little bit of an easier one for you guys. Okay. All right. All right, forget that one. Forget this poem. Forget this poem. It's trash. You don't want it. You don't even want to look at it. Trust me. This is the poem. All right, I got to zoom out a little bit just because it's so big and it's like weirdly shaped. All right. Y'all homies still read this? Or nah? Should I just figure out a different way to do that? All right. Cool. So it's actually 2 pages, so I'm going to give you the entirety of it so you guys can peek it. Hold up. My desk is like mad small nowadays. All right. Oh my gosh. Great, and that's the last stanza. So this is the whole poem. If you guys can read this, let me know. If it's still trash, I can figure out a way to fix it. All right, I'm just giving everybody a minute to finish reading this, and then we're going to go into the questions. So just keep reading it. I'm done. Let me know if you guys are done. Let me guys know if you're done reading it, and we'll move on. Awesome. People are kind of wrapping up. Got a couple that are done. I'm just going to wait for a couple other people to get finished here. Just let me know when you're done. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm going to hopefully be doing more of these live streams in the future. More often than just Thursday, but I'm going to stick with Thursday for sure. Like how the author bullies you. That's funny. Yeah, it's like these two things are like talking trash to each other. It's kind of funny. Yeah, this is about as racy as it gets, dude. This is about as juicy as it gets. Okay, I'm gonna go into these questions now so that we can take a look and see what type of stuff are they asking of you. Because a lot of times what they want is not like literally a Capri. Ooh, that sounds good, man. Dude, I love Capri Suns. All right, man, good luck. I hope it's a delicious flavor. Oh man, okay, we good. All right, we good. All right, so let's jump into these questions, right? So the first thing that they ask you, I'm going to pull this poem aside for just a second. The first thing they ask you is, how does the similar construction of the sentence in line 1 and the sentence in line 8 contribute to the meaning of the poem? Well, let's look at those two sentences. Let me actually zoom it up a little bit more. Cool. So let's look at these two sentences. So the first one says, what I am is built, concrete, and steel. And 8 is, what I am is motion, I'm water, and I'm older. So how does the similar construction in line 1 and sentence 8 contribute to the meaning of it? This one's going to be worth 15K, guys. And I want the answer, and I want a little bit of why. Not just a guess, but tell me why you picked it. E, it introduces the intended permanence of the structure and the ever-changing fluidity of the water. It shows that the structure can bridge the gap caused by water. It suggests that the structure has more limitations, and it contrasts the stability of the structure with the instability of the water. What do you guys get for this one? We got two people saying H. We got somebody saying G. Any other guesses? And yeah, people are coming in with H. And Sasaki thinks it's E. Okay. So let's go into it and let's look at some of these answer choices. It's hard, dude. That's why they do these. So it contrasts the stability of the structure with the instability of the water. So if one word in the answer choice is wrong, the whole word is wrong. The whole choice is wrong, rather. And what's wrong with this is instability. In line 1, it talks about motion, but it doesn't mention that it's not stable. Those are motion and instability are two different things. Your car can have motion, but if your car has instability, you have a really big problem. So this is actually too specific and wrong. And so H is wrong. Okay, oops. G, it suggests that the structure has more limitations than the water. It says, what I am is built, concrete and steel. I mean, that doesn't necessarily speak to any limitations, and this says I'm water, I am older. So even though, yes, we do learn later in the poem that there are limitations of the structure, because it's static, it's gonna rust, you know what I mean? This first line, contrasting with this first line, isn't written to suggest that. So that's why G is incorrect. The right answer is E. It introduces the intended permanence of the structure and the ever-changing fluidity of the water. Fluidity and motion work really nice. And the intended permanence, concrete and steel, that definitely suggests that. So the answer there is E. Really nice. Was that Sasaki that dropped that one? What was that? That was Sasaki. Dude, welcome to the club, brother. What is permanence? It means it's going to stay there forever. All right, Sasaki, you got 15K bonus points, play. Just keep in mind, if you get 200K, I'm sending you a free Tyler Tudor t-shirt, and it is guaranteed when you wear that shirt that you will be smarter. All right, cool. Let's go on to the second one, guys. We're going to cruise through this entire passage, so it'll give you a lot of opportunities to answer questions. All right, let's look at number 43. Read lines 2 to 4 and lines 12 to 14, and they have them recreated for us. I am what every athlete wants to remain at the apex of the leap in the air, and I am the blood flowing in the runner's chest, and I catch everything from the hills to the mountains. How do the lines contribute to the development of the central idea of the poem? 10K on this one. Oh, man. What do you guys think? They establish that both structure and the water have endurance and control. B, they highlight that both the structure and the water are powerful and impressive. C, they suggest that the structure and the water are unaware of how similar they are. And D, they reveal that the structure and water are surprised that they are interrelated. What do you guys think? So Sasaki is coming in with A this time. We have Nicholas coming in with B this time. Bob the Builder is coming in with C this time. Anybody else think it's D while we're at it? Jessica thinks it's B. Okay. XXS thinks it's B. All right, so let's look at it. So we know that D is incorrect because nothing in this suggests that they are surprised. So we can get rid of this right away. Stuck between A and B. Well, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, that's for sure. They suggest that the structure and the water are unaware of how similar they are. Now, this one is an interesting answer choice for sure, but it doesn't necessarily suggest that they're that, similar and that they're unaware that they're the same. I mean, they're making the same metaphor of like a runner and an athlete, right? But that's more because they're just trash talking and they're using the same terminology towards each other. It's not like a surprising or like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're so similar, So that's why C is off. Now it's between A and B. They establish both the structure and the water have endurance and control. And they highlight that both the structure and water are powerful and impressive. So is it endurance and control or powerful and impressive? You know what I'm saying? What is it? And keep in mind that if one word is wrong, the whole answer choice is wrong. So I would definitely say endurance kind of works, right? For the structure and maybe for the water because they've been there. Endurance means like stamina. And control, I don't see that. the water isn't like obsessed with control, is it? No, the water's like, I just go wherever. I'm constantly moving and running and destroying, and it doesn't seem like it's a controlling thing. So because of that, I would put B, because yes, they're both powerful. They're saying, I catch everything from the hills and the mountains, right? And I'm flowing, right? And impressive, remain at the apex of the leap in the air. Both those words work really good. That's B. Who's the first one to come down? Was that Nicholas with B? Really nice. Really nice. Nicholas, you're on the board, bro. Was that 10K? Nice. Yeah, exactly, Bob. Bob's got that. All right, so let's keep moving, dudes. Number 44, read the line 7 from the first stanza. Swallows and ospreys nest in my trusses. This is the bridge talking. How does the line contribute to the development of the ideas? This one is worth 3 bonus points. The line supports the structure's claim that it is beneficial to nature. The line reveals that the structure secretly envies the water's importance. The line emphasizes that the structure is more valuable to nature than water is. The line reveals the kinship that nature shares with the structure. What do you guys think it is? G, E, F, F. All right, so we got E, F, G, the last one, H. All right, so let's look through all of these, man. Poetry's hard, right? So let's look at F and G. The line reveals that the structure secretly envies the water's importance, right? So secretly envies. Do you think, just reading the poem, the bridge doesn't sound like it likes the water. It's always talking trash to the water. So I doubt that it secretly envies it. There's just no hints that give us that look. So that's why F is incorrect. The line emphasizes that the structure is more valuable to nature than water is. Now, you could say, oh, well, this is him, the bridge, saying, oh, look at how much more valuable I am to nature than you. But he's just saying that birds nest. How powerful is that? Or how valuable is that than everything that the water does? It would be kind of crazy to suggest that this is way more important than anything the water does. And so because that, G is incorrect. Now, we're between two pretty good answers here with E and H, right? So the line reveals the kinship that nature shares with the structure. Does it reveal a kinship? Or does it support the claim that it is beneficial to nature? That's the hard one, dudes. So, is it developing a kinship? I wouldn't say so. It just says that they nest in the trusses, not that they're like friends, right? That nature is friend, like the entirety of nature is in kinship with the bridge because of this one moment. This is an overstatement. That's why it's wrong. The right is the line supports the structure's claim is beneficial to nature. Well, if swallows and ospreys can nest in you, you could say conservatively that that's a benefit. So because of it, bang, that's why the answer. Dude, Bob, these are all ones from the Department of Education, bro. So this is about as easy as they get. Let's keep cruising. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to go a little bit over so I can finish this with you guys. I know, that's why we're working on all my math homies who were doing so good in the last section are like, I'm dying. Read lines 18 to 20 from the poem. You are some tears dribbling from a mountain eye, running down the pavements of small towns into cities to the sea. So it's the bridge talking trash again. What impact do the phrases some tears dribbling, running down, have the meaning on the poem? They suggest that the naturally flowing water is a problem in populated areas. They highlight the different types of naturally flowing water. They imply that the flow of water is weak and influenced by the landscape. They highlight that the flow of water from the mountains is minimal compared with that of the seas. What do you got? What do y'all think? Sasaki came in with C real quick. Rosanna came in with C real quick. Nicholas with C. XXS thinks it's D. Okay, so I'm going to go through this one pretty quickly because you guys kind of zeroed in on it. Bob, you're incorrect. So into the cities. It just says that it runs down the pavements into the cities. It doesn't say that that's a problem. That could be a good thing. The city could like the river. You know what I mean? That's why A is incorrect. So they imply that the flow of water is weak and influenced by the landscape. That's pretty good. Dribbling from a mountain's eye, running down the pavements of small towns into the city to the sea. Okay, that works. And then they highlight that the flow of water from the mountains is minimal compared to with that of the seas. Well, water doesn't flow from the sea, and it says it goes to the sea, not of the sea, right? So that's why D is incorrect, because the water doesn't flow of the sea. It flows to the sea, right? So that leaves us with C, and that's our answer, yeah? All right, let's move to the next one. The comparison is sowing in lines 33 to 35 helps shows the structure, and that's this stanza right here, where it says, we stitch across the rip you make, we are steel thread to the human needle, we bind you up, we sew you. Okay, so that's what he's saying. The comparison to sewing helps show that the structure what? We got some homies doing math. Nice. H. Okay, Sasaki comes in with H. Anybody else? Sasaki and Roseanne, is that it? Rosanna came in with H too. Jackaboy is in with H. Yeah, you guys are all on it, 100%. So let's look at this. The comparison to sewing helps show that it serves as a mean for people to overcome an obstacle created by nature. That is perfect, because it says we stitch across the rip you make, and that definitely is an obstacle created by the river, aka created by nature. Very nice. Okay, we got 4 more questions to go, homies. Stick tight. The last stanza conveys a central idea of the poem by, let me pull up that last stanza so you homies can look at it. There it is. That's the last stanza. So, what's the answer for 47? Jackaboy coming in with D. Some people coming in with A. Nice. All right, so let's look at this. I sew into you every cranny of your superstructure. My vapors cling. They bring out your softness, your rust. Boast your best. Boast better yet. I am listening. Because I am above else patient, I will wait for you. Basically, what the water is saying is, I will destroy you. The water is so mad, dude. The water's like, I will destroy you, bridge. My vapors are gonna cling. They're gonna make you rust. They're gonna bring out your softness. You know, you just wait. You know, I'll be there. I'll wait for you, dude. So that's what they're going for. And that's why D is the best answer in this. That water will eventually weaken the structure and will continue to exist after the structure is gone. It's like a final clap back. All right, a couple more, and then I can answer that math questions you guys have floating around. If you can write out that equation, I can answer it. Is it the 4x equals 12 plus 3y one? Is that one? Is that what you guys are talking about? How to get it into slope-intercept form? Or something? All right, so let's do this last question here. All right, so because I am, above all else, patient, I will wait for you. How creepy is that? You should tell your friends, I will wait for you. Which of the following supports what is implied in these lines? I'm older than anything else you know. No human built me. It all washes down through me. Those who made you will break you. What is the answer for this one? E? Yeah, you guys are really on it. That's exactly it. Because he's saying, I'm just so much older than you, and I will continue to be waiting for you because I will last much longer than you. That's why the answer is E. All right, cool. So good job on that poetry, dudes. That stuff is hard, and that's why I gave you guys this poem first, other than compared to the other one, just because it's a nicer introduction to poetry. Now, what you guys were talking about with the math question that you guys had. Where's my pad with papers? Ah, there it is. All right. So what you guys were talking about was this math question. I think it was the 4y minus 3x equals 12. Is that what you guys were looking at? Is this the question? And you guys want to isolate y? Is that what's going on? Or do you guys want to isolate x? What are you trying to isolate here? Yeah, it was. So the key here is just to do, like, I'm assuming you want to isolate the y because you want to put it in a graphing form. So of course you guys probably know this. Minus 3x equals 12. Well, it would work either way. So first thing you do is you add 3x to each side so that we're just keeping the y by itself. And then I'm going to reverse the order of this just so it's in a more familiar form for us. So now we're here. So what we have to do is divide this side by 4 and divide this whole side by 4. And so another way that we can say this will eventually be 1y, we could say also that it's this, that we can distribute that 4 just like that. So what we end up getting is y equals 3/4 x plus 4. And that's your answer. This is what you can plug into your graphing calculator if you have it. Yeah, I tutor a lot of SAT and ACT stuff, so all day with this. All right, so that was the tutor sesh today. Can't find the answer. That's wrong. Oh, yeah. Whoops. 3. Nice catch. Very nice. So, yeah, that's exactly it. So let me just add the bonus points to the master sheet here. So let's see, Vixano got an extra 15K. So what he is going to be looking at is a 142,007. Bob, you're new, so you got 4K. Jessica, you got a 45K. Nicole, you are at 31,000 now. Nicholas, you're at 10K. Who else? Who else am I missing? Suzaki, you're at 15K. Awesome. And 0845, I think totally, I'm just going to give you 45K bonus is where you're at. All right. Why only 4K for Bob? Oh, did you get more? Oh, yeah, you got way more. Bob, you're at like 29K. You're at 29K. That's right. Nice. All right. Cool, man. So remember, if you get to 200K, you're going to get, I want to be on the list, Rosanna. I will not give you a full point, but Rosanna, I will give you 0.5 bonus points for being awesome. And Mr. Imperfection, I will give you 0.4 bonus points. So you both are on the board. Congratulations, you did it. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now, if you get 200K on XXS, you want to be on the list too? XXS, you're on the list with 0.3 bonus points. Well done, well done. Didn't I get 3 bonus points too? Yeah, you did, Suzaki. So that's 15,000 plus 3. I won't forget that. Very nice. All right, so that's it. 200K bonus points. I'm going to send you a free shirt. Right now, Vixano is 58,000 away from getting it. Yeah, guys, I want you guys to be studying. I'm going to be doing some more like live streams, hopefully not just Thursday, but definitely Thursday. If you're looking for any additional materials or helps, I highly, highly recommend taking the practice quiz that I put on my website, go here and put take a test and go take that test. You can sign up for tutoring through me, Tyler Tutor Test Prep at Gmail, and you can hit me up. I'm happy to tutor. My next session is going to be next Thursday, although, you know, depending on the schedule, man, I want to be here for you guys, so maybe we'll do it even sooner. I don't know, but definitely for sure next Thursday, 6 p.m. And if you have any questions, you can just hit me up via here, man. Practice poetry. I don't know. I actually don't know where to practice poetry. But if you go to my website and take a test, then you can practice reading comp. And the reading comp things are awesome. Yeah, so 2 months to the test, guys. We have 2 months. Let's get it into gear. I'm here for you to help. Totally for free. Thanks, man. Thanks, David. Tell your friends, man. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, tell your buddies about it. The channel, I put a lot of hours into this, and you know, I do it for free. I do it for you guys so that you guys can better yourself if you feel like studying. XXS, you can sign up for it through your guidance counselor at school, so ask him or her what her plan is to get you guys all for the test. But everybody in New York is allowed to take that thing, so you guys should totally take it. All right, dudes, if you guys have any further questions, tylertutortestprep@gmail.com. Drop me a line, drop me a comment. I'm going to be back now, so if you guys have anything you want to know, let me know, dudes. All right, man. Have fun studying. See you next week.